Sep Niakan here with Blackbook Properties and Condo Blackbook.com. I'm very excited to be here at the 5 Park Residences in Miami Beach with Sales Director Anca Mirescu. Thank you so much for being with us today. We are here to talk about this beautiful new project in Miami Beach. It is the first project in about 15 years that's been built in Miami Beach, Highrise, with amazing views. Anca, other than what I just said, which I think sold it pretty good right away, can you tell us a little about what makes this project so special? Why do people want to be living here?
Absolutely. Sep, thank you so much for making the time to visit us today and to introduce us to your viewers. We really appreciate that. So yes, as you said, 5 Park Miami Beach is the first significant project to be built in South Beach in about 15 years. It's going to be a true landmark because it is a 48-story building. It is the tallest building in Miami Beach, tallest residential building. It has in total about 240 high-end luxury residences. Why is it special? Well, it's brand new construction, an incredibly privileged location in the heart of South Beach at the confluence between the West Avenue corridor and South of Fifth. As you and your viewers probably know, South of Fifth is the most desirable neighborhood in all of Miami Beach right now. So our buyers are very excited to be part of this really amazing neighborhood.
Wonderful. Yeah, some of the things that really stick out for me in this project are, first of all, the addition of the Rainbow Bridge, which is this beautiful icon that's going to be connecting the MacArthur Causeway coming into Miami Beach and reconnecting sort of south of 5th with this building and the rest of South Beach, which is amazing because as a pedestrian, it's always been a little bit of a struggle to get back and forth because of how busy the MacArthur is, 5th Street is. So that's, I think, a wonderful thing, but even more wonderful than that, I'm a nature guy. And right next to the building, as part of the project, Galbert and Tara actually built, and we're going to talk about them in a bit, actually built this wonderful 3-acre park that's already ready to go. We actually walked through it to get here today. For me, any building that has access directly to green space and park space is just a massive win for me. And then tell us a little bit about just the basics of the beach club. It's going to have a beach club as well, right?
So there are several components to this project. The Rainbow Bridge will be a beautiful landmark new entrance to Miami Beach. The park is also an amazing component because buildings that have parks right outside of their doors tend to have higher values and hold values better, right? And the beach club is phenomenal. So even though we're not directly on the sand, our residents will have access to a private beach club in South of 5th. Which will be 5 Park branded, chairs, umbrellas, and all that good stuff. And we will have a house car to take them from the building to the beach club if they choose to use it. Otherwise, they could get their exercise while walking on the marina through the park to the beach, which will probably only take about 20 minutes.
One of the things I always look for when we go into a project and want to sell it to our clients is the development team. It's so important. And in this case, we have some pretty powerhouse, really well-respected developers. Why don't you tell us about that and also the architecture and design team and so on?
Of course. And the developer team is particularly important when the clients buy something that has not yet been built, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you always want to buy from a reputable developer, somebody with a track record of delivering on what they had promised. So our developers are Terra Group in partnership with Russell Galbert. Terra has built a number of very high-end buildings here in South of 5th, just a little bit further down the road. They built Glass. Then in Coconut Grove, they really redefined the entire neighborhood when they did Park Grove and Grove at Grand Bay and so on. And then of course there's 87 Park in Surfside, which was also built close to a park and it has the elliptical shape. So a lot of people liken us to 87 Park. And then Russell, of course, he has been in the real estate market in Miami for decades. He's very well known and very well respected. So he's bringing his expertise to this project. The developer team brought on a really remarkable designer team, Gabellini Shepherd out of New York. They have 30 years of experience, and they're bringing a little bit of New York flair to the Miami market. So they've combined their aesthetic with the more kind of Miami...
New York of the South.
Exactly, the New York of the South, exactly. And then Anda Andre is our design director, and she has a background in hospitality, so she understands how services work, how amenities work, and so on, and she's bringing her expertise here. And then the architect is Arquitectonica. They hardly need an introduction to our Miami.
Pretty much built all of Miami, right?
They've changed the Miami skyline over and over again over the past 40 years. They continue to do so with, this remarkable project.
Absolutely. So since you mentioned the amenities, let's get a little bit into, of course, there's there's pools, there's gym, there's spa, there's all these things, but
of course.
if you want to give a little bit more detail and color on what makes how it's structured here, how it's special.
Of course. So we have over 40,000 square feet of amenities. Our main amenity deck is on the 6th floor, and it has 2 beautiful pools. One is adults only and one is family friendly. The pools have different seating areas with private cabanas for the days when the owners want more privacy, or the chairs for the days when they feel like socializing. Also on the 6th floor, we have an indoor-outdoor restaurant, which will serve delicious fare. It's probably going to be run by one of the better-known Miami restaurateurs. We're just finalizing.
And will that be open to the public?
That will not be open to the public.
Wonderful.
So it will be catered just to the residents of Five Park.
Wonderful.
So we didn't want any sort of commercial component. This is a very high-end building, and we wanted the owners to have their privacy.
Great.
Also on the 6th floor, we'll have a gym and a spa for the residents. And then on the 3rd floor, we have a very, very timely amenity. We have this amazing co-working space, double height ceiling, and it will have common workspaces as well as private offices and boardrooms. And we will have a technology butler to help with all of those pesky, questions about how to get on the Wi-Fi or anything of that sort.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely a wonderful addition in this new remote world we live in with digital nomads and executives going to their second homes and still working full time. This kind of arrangement I think is really key. Let's talk a little bit about the floor plans. It's primarily 2 bedrooms and up, but you do have some 1 bedrooms. You almost essentially have 2 different condos stacked on top of each other. Can you kind of describe all that and get into the floor plans as well?
Yes, absolutely. So we have the park residences and the canopy residences. And it's almost like having a north and south tower, but instead of being north and south, they are kind of the lower tower and the higher tower, right? They share the amenities on the 3rd floor and the 6th floor, and they have equally luxurious finishes.
Okay,
So-
and just real quickly, the canopy residences starts from what floor and up, and what about the other?
So park residences go from the 8th floor to the 25th floor, and the canopy residences go from 27 to 48.
Okay.
And I want to note that from 46 to 48, it's actually our penthouse floors.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
On average, the canopy residences are a little bit larger, so we have 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms there, plus the penthouses. In the park residences, we have 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms and some sky mansions on the 25th floor.
So the 1 bedrooms start in the mid 800s in terms of the square footage. It's 867,
Exactly.
I think you said, square feet.
878.
878 square feet and up. And then just to give a sense, the 2 bedrooms, what is the smallest square footage you have there?
2 bedrooms start just over 1,350. And they go to just over 1,500.
Okay, that's the square footage for that. And then the 3 bedrooms start at around?
Just under 2,200, and then up to the canopy residences, they go up to about 2,900.
Okay, wonderful. And then the 4 penthouse floor plans, what are the sizes of those? What are we talking?
They are 6,000 square feet, so they are half a floor, either the north side of the floor or the south side of the floor. And they're configured as 4 bedrooms or more.
So speaking of the floor plans, when we get outside to the balconies, these balconies are massive, monstrous balconies, unbelievable. And while we're talking about the balconies, let's talk about the views too.
Sure, absolutely. So I think one of the things that surprises a lot of people who come and visit us is the fact that even though we're not a direct waterfront building, our views are absolutely stunning. So for the canopy residences, which start on the 27th floor, there is nothing around them to obstruct the views. So they start higher than the building that is between us and the water. So all of those residences that face west have the direct Miami skyline view.
And the bay, of course.
And the
right?
bay, of course.
Yeah.
And that's a very exciting view to have, considering how the Miami skyline is going to continue evolving over the next 5 to 10 years. So yeah, it's a project that's really one of a kind, and I think the market recognizes that, and that's why we've done so well,
I don't want us to miss talking about the balconies though, because I was just shocked. The 3 bedroom had 90 feet, something like that, of balcony space in terms of width.
Yeah, so we're talking about the O2 line here in the canopy residences, which is one of our largest 3-bedroom residences at 2,930 square feet. And we're discussing, it's a very shallow residence. So the minute you walk through the door, you see this big view right in front of you. And the balcony goes along the entire residence. And it is close to 95 feet of balcony length. So you
That's
really
amazing.
get a massive, massive terrace, which is obviously perfect for entertaining, but it's just breathtaking to step into.
Yeah, and actually, when I heard that, it reminded me of waterfront homes here. When a waterfront home has 100 feet of land along the waterfront, it's a big bragging right. So you have almost an entire lot, waterfront lot worth of view and balcony space for yourself. I think that's incredible. So just to give our audience a little bit of perspective on prices, 1 bedrooms are a little over $1 million, 2 bedrooms are a little over $2 million, and 3 bedrooms are a little bit over $3 million. So how easy is that to remember, right?
Very easy. We try to make it easy for everyone.
Absolutely. And so we have the Canopy Residences, which was launched a little while ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And those are mostly sold out, right? There's a handful of units left, so there is still opportunity to get high floor units, beautiful bay views. And then the Park Residences just launched, so we don't even have some of the renderings of those of them. So this is super fresh. It's a great opportunity to get into this wonderful project early on in this sort of second tower part of the project. And tell us in terms of the construction progress, where you are, when they're expecting delivery.
So we are already on the 20th floor right now.
Okay.
They're pouring about 1 slab every 4 days. So that's 3 floors every couple of weeks, basically. Wow. Moving along really nicely. We expect to be topped off probably September 2023 and then delivery 2024 towards the end of the year.
Well, we're excited to help you get some of these sold. We're excited to get some of our clients in here into this beautiful project. And we are really excited when the project is finished. But I tell you, I'm already excited because I get to, right after here, go around and walk around the park, which is gorgeous.
It will be gorgeous. I'll take that walk with you.
Well, Anca, it was a pleasure spending time with you today, learning about this wonderful project. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to help you with 5 Park or any of your needs in the Miami Beach area. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot.